Hello, and welcome again to another episode of Teaching with Smartboard, hosted by myself.
And David Sladke.
Oh, I forgot to get my name. It's Scott Miller. Looks like we're on episode 37,
Yes.
and we're working again with Lesson Activity Toolkit 4 of. Oh, a little blank there, just like I left my name off. We sort of
It's
left in
4
honor
of. Oh, you can hear it
Oh,
comes.
there it goes.
4 of 4.
There
We're
we
done.
go. All
This is
right.
the last one.
Terrific. High five there.
Yeah, high five.
Okay. Probably couldn't hear that on air, but
Yeah, excellent. So we've had fun going over the lesson activity toolkit. We've done a lot of tools. Today we're just going over a few lessons. And
that's right.
It's really good stuff. It's easy to use, easy to jump into, easy to edit. So take advantage. Go to that lesson activity toolkit as soon as you can.
Yes.
And what about this notebook file that we're covering right now?
Well, you can download this particular file and any other previous episode that we've had, so you can use all the slides right away. And you can also listen to this podcast and previous other ones at the other websites that we have listed there.
Mm-hmm. And our emphasis is?
Oh, the toolkit emphasis.
The toolkit emphasis. How about that?
Nice.
Little animation there. And where are we located, Scott?
Well, we are located in Naperville.
Okay.
It did snow this past week.
It did. It sure did.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to check it out. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Ah, look at that.
Oh.
Okay, here's some statistics about Naperville, Illinois. It's
okay.
right near Chicago.
Okay.
And there's 142,000 people here.
Mm-hmm.
And we are in DuPage County.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been increasing growth-wise since 2000 by 11.3%. It's just a great town.
It is.
Great town. So if you were wondering how we did that, we just made the background the background was white.
Okay.
And then we just used a pen color white and drew in here. And so when you use the eraser, you reveal the thing that's behind all of that writing.
That's right.
That's kind of just a little.
So you're removing the whiteout, is what you're doing.
Right. Removing the whiteout. That's good. So what's happening today?
Well, we have our first one that we're looking at is category sort for our lesson activity toolkit. Our second one is keyword match, and our last one is image match.
All right. So lots of lesson stuff today.
That's right.
And 37 is a prime number this time.
It is.
All right.
That's right. We had a perfect square and now prime.
Yeah. All right.
So if you guys listen to this sometime in the evening, we do 7 to 10 because it's prime time.
I like that.
That's good.
Good. All right. Here we go. So first of all, we're talking about category sort.
That's right.
So this is in the gallery.
Okay.
Then you go to lesson activity toolkit. Just click on that plus, and then this is actually one that they've provided as an example. So we go to activities. Oops. And then activities, what you could see, you just click on this plus and there it goes. And there's some examples.
Right.
And there's 13 examples that come up. And we've gone through a number of them.
That's right.
But these are the 3 that we're going over today.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're just going to go through this one. It's great. It's these items.
Okay.
You have students think about it, talk about it, and where do these things go?
Right.
Which column?
Mm-hmm.
And for instance, this one, which one is it a pull factor? Is it a push factor?
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure which it is.
I'm not either.
Okay. I was told how this works
Uh-huh.
at one point by a social studies teacher, but I forgot.
Okay.
But we could check to see if I'm right or wrong. Hey, shoot. I was wrong.
Not correct.
Okay, so if I think loneliness is a push factor.
So you pulled it over to the push
Yeah,
factor.
that's right.
Okay.
Okay, but how would we have this with kids? We would give them some time to think.
Right.
We would call them up one by one. They'd put these things up there. They could check them right there.
Sure.
They could check it when you're done.
Right.
You could have some discussion about it.
Sure.
Just some interaction with the students. Now, it looks like there's limited to 8 options here, but that's not the case.
Oh, that is not.
No.
Okay.
So we're going to look at the next slide and kind of see. Well, we'll hit edit here. and you can see there's 16
Okay.
possibilities. And what happens is, if you take off a slide, well, I'll just go to the next one. Like here, I have 3 columns.
Okay.
That's another option. If you take off one of these, like which column does 44 out of over 66 go into?
I think the 2/3.
Okay, so that goes in there. Notice there's something behind it.
Oh, okay. Oh,
So
very
you just
nice.
keep on, and if you pull this one, then that one's gone.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Sure.
Okay, so that's why you can get 16 edit, and you got 2 or 3 columns.
Okay.
You got your labels.
Okay.
You could have it say well done or try again.
Okay.
Pretty easy stuff, and lots of easy to edit material.
That's
Just
right.
click on tab to rotate through all the options.
Okay. Okay. And again, this can be used as a pre-assessment then also, in terms of knowing where the class is at or students are at, in terms of what their knowledge base. And then after you've gone through some short instruction, then students then can come up with reasoning of why answers are incorrect and what the correct answer should be.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. And you always, as you have your students come up, you always want to have them justify why it goes where it is.
That's right.
Because that's part of the teaching aspect. They're up there teaching the rest of the class, explaining, maybe even in different language than you would, and which is a good thing.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So our next item
is keyword match.
Yeah. So keyword match is kind of nice. It gives you a little bit more of an option to put sentences.
Okay.
All right. And you can see here, I think I went to my example first. Okay, here's their example. Okay, so they have some, like invented by Orville and Wilbur Wright in 1903.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that was the airplane.
I believe that's correct.
Although they were bicycle makers.
Yes, they were.
I don't see bicycle up there.
I don't either.
Okay, so I'm going to put airplane right up there.
Okay.
And you just slide it in there.
Okay.
And we certainly could check each time, like we said before, or you could get them all there and notice, maybe have the class decide, is this the right order that we wanted? And and then, well done. So that was right.
Okay.
Again, easy to edit. Let's check it out. You just put your word,
and
put your description.
Okay.
So
that's
very simple.
Yeah.
Let's look at the example I had. I just had which category, this is a definition of irrational numbers, whole numbers, real numbers.
That's right. That's right.
And they would sort it out, whichever one goes where.
Okay. So if we throw all of these across to different areas or something like that.
Okay. Should I just put them across?
Just put them across.
And, oh, that's kind of nice. It just slides in. I'm kind of throwing it in there.
That's right.
Ooh. It's like those cabinets, that you put it real close and it sucks it down close, right? Yeah. I don't have that.
I don't either. So if you go to check
and
we find out that we have incorrect answers,
okay,
then go ahead and hit the reset button just to show what that looks like. And again, it just moves them over.
Okay.
And if you hit reset again, let's see if it rearranges what the terms and descriptions and everything else go with.
Yeah, so you really never have the same thing come up, and they don't get used to that this one is always the solution.
That's right. Or this one always goes in the top slot or something else like that.
Right. Good. That's a good thing to know. And if you actually just run short on time in the class, you could just hit solve and it goes over.
That's right.
Great.
Okay.
So what's the next one? We have the image match. Oh, I don't think we're going to go to image match
Not yet? Okay.
Yeah. I told this one to my son last night, and he liked this one.
Oh, he did?
He did. So that was the test. He's in 7th grade.
Okay.
Okay. Ralph, Dad, will you do my math for me tonight? The dad says, no, son, it wouldn't be right.
Okay.
Well, could you try? The son thought his dad was going to say it wasn't correct.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
I like that one. Okay, and how many mathematicians does it take to replace light bulb?
I don't know.
10. Takes 10. 1 changes it, and 8 watch.
Oh.
That's like that counting joke.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Well, have you ever heard of how many psychologists it takes to change a light bulb?
No.
None. The light bulb has to want to change itself.
Okay.
So that goes.
So we got those at that website if
All
you want to
right.
check that
Okay.
out. All right. Well, image sort.
Okay.
I like this one as well. It's a little more work to get your images.
Okay.
But depending on what you're going to do, we have our images here, and then the options just go, I think that's a bear.
Oh, okay. This
So,
is a pretty difficult one.
yeah, this is a difficult one.
Use this in AP classes, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, AP first grade
That's
class.
right. Okay.
And just put these in the right slots. But easy to edit. You just put these actual images into the
Okay.
areas. I think they've locked these down.
Okay.
This is their example that they gave in the lesson activity toolkit.
And it looks like you can go more than 5 or less than 5 images then too.
I think 5 is the limit. There
Is it?
you can go
Okay.
up to 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Okay.
This one certainly wouldn't be too hard to do without this.
Right.
That's
right.
This structure. You could just make as many images as you want.
Sure.
But
So the one that we have here then is different types of graphs.
types of graphs. We have to include math.
That's right.
Because we're math teachers.
Now you mentioned, Dave, that it's a little more work in terms of putting these particular things in. What did you mean by that? It's a little more work.
Okay. Well, to get these images, what I had to do is I went and I got a graph
Okay.
from my gallery.
Okay.
Which is something you math teachers will want to do, is you'll want to get to your galleries, put as many of the pre-made graphs as you can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's thinking here. There we go. So I have one that says graphs. You see that?
Okay. Sure.
And then I pulled that graph out. You're going to have to resize it to make it appropriate size for the slot there. As soon as this comes up, and then I drew on the graph. I had to group those things together.
Okay.
Resize, and then I put them all on that page, and then I had to. Okay, here we go. I have some graphs.
So in terms of resizing, did you resize it smaller?
A little smaller. Well, I mean, it depends on how big your graph was originally. So let's just do an example. So here's a cubic
function. Then you said you group them together.
Right. We do that by highlighting.
Yep.
And then group. Okay, now if you had any other images, you might just take your camera and take the picture. It should be squarish though. Okay, so I resized it. I'll put this picture over next to our other graph. So I just dragged it in there. You notice that?
Right.
And then you can see it's changeable here. I don't know why that did that.
Oh, I cloned it.
It's somehow cloned it. Okay, and then I resized it, put it in the back. I put it there, and then I had to put it behind the others.
Okay.
There's directions when you actually pull this.
I got you.
This out, but you hit Control to select them all, and then put them in the background. Otherwise, I think there's some kind of problem with it. I don't remember why they have it in the background, but
okay.
Okay, so here it is. Drag the image here, then send it to the back.
Okay. All right.
So it's pretty easy.
Okay.
And like we said before, you don't necessarily have to have this smartboard lesson structure. You could do this. You make images on your own and make options. It's just a convenience thing.
That's right. That's right. And then again, it's for you to use then over and over again.
That's right. That's right. So that's it for us. I mean, we've done the lesson activity toolkit for 4 weeks now.
That's right.
It's been fun, and
it has.
I hope that you guys have enjoyed it. We've enjoyed doing it, and certainly if you have any comments or questions, or like to send us a lesson, we've had a couple more people send us a lesson, so much appreciated that.
Yep.
And we are thinking about doing a podcast. What should you do to start?
Okay.
If you just got Smartboard, what should you do? And the process and what to know about that. So we're not sure when we're going to do that, maybe in the next couple weeks.
Okay.
Great.
Perfect.
It's been a fun week, and we shall see you next time.
Okay, take care.
All right.